Sky Knight is back with a new game. We're gonna be playing some Ace Attorney now. I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not know very much about this game when it comes to like plot, how to play and stuff like that. I just know it's kind of like Danganronpa, which I played the first game of that series. As for anything else, I have not. Guess let's go ahead and dive into it. What's this? Oh yeah, I forgot that I have. Let's do this one first. Episode 1. The first turnabout. Look at this guy's face up here. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. There's been a murder! Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him! I'll make it look like he did it. Hold on. August 3, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Me every day. Got Mia here. Oh! Hiya, Chief! Whew. I'm glad I made it on time. I like the pendant necklace. It kind of reminds me of like the things from Skyward Sword that you find kind of collecting the little collectibles, the orange and purple ones that you get sometimes. I can't remember what they're called, but that's what they remind me of. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean, you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. Who? Is that your climate screaming over there? Climate. Is that your climate? Is that your client? There we go. Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. You don't say, Mia. You do not say. Yeah. Nick! Butts. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me that death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Well, we don't know this yet, sir. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. Plot twist. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was unlikely sap dating her. The unlucky sap dating her. Larry Buds, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the buds. Wow, that's a saying to go. Did you, like, not take a shower or something like that, sir? In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Buds. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that last name correctly or not. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Readiness. Yes, Your Honor. That face. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. It is myself. Got May Faye on here. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me what's the victim's name. I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover so many times. Wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim! Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab and check it at any time. Attorney's badge. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death, 7:31, 4 p.m. through 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Cindy. FA, age 27. Chief attorney at Fay & Co. My boss and a very good defense attorney. Larry Butts, age 23. The defendant in this case, a likable guy who has been my friend since grade school. Cindy Stone, age 22. The victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Mr. Winston, age 52, the prosecutor for this case, lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who was the victim in this case? Obviously my chief, May. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Panye? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. Statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. I bet the weapon is the Thinker just because the murderer had to think really hard about what he was doing. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Yeah. Mr. Panier, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief? What do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Well, let's hope he doesn't get excited. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. That sounds like being dumped. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it, lies! I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. This is like the third time this has been said. Dude, no way. Victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. That's an oof. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Buds, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Oh hey, here's a save. Perfect. Yeah, stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. You could tell by how surprised he was by your statements. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Dude! Nick! What do you mean, irrelevant? That cheatin' she-dog. You okay? You're sure, man? Are you okay, man? Your eye and your lip is kind of, like, twitchy over here. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Heh, heh, heh. Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? I mean, if he didn't do the murder, might as well have him answer honestly about what he did. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth! Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! The prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. Yeah, this seems like it's been pretty bad from the beginning. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. I apologize, I'm probably gonna butcher every name I see in this game. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes! Newspapers, yes! This guy looks like he would murder somebody. With that smile. Are we sure that this guy isn't the murderer? Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her laying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 o'clock p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sunwit used was one of those, Your Honor. I have a record of the blackout for your per usual. Electricity, the Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. of the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key, it's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Just pick it up, take it, and rub it directly in their face. And be like, haha, I win. Okay. 4 p.m. 5. Was out from noon to 6 p.m. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Hold on, I want to save just because I want to see what some of these buttons do real quick. What does press do? I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd. In a big city like this, I thought. I see. And what happened next? Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. Is that added to the evidence? By pressing? No? Okay. I quelled in fright and found myself unable to go inside. Hold on. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes, I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean, no. No, it wasn't, right? What do you mean yes and then mean no? But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you? Oh, that. I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entrance. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Why use a public phone? Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And being the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments. Right. What time did you call again? I remember the time exactly. It was 10 o'clock p.m. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. Heh. I don't know, he just seems strange to me, that's all. Like, he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. Of course, what the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So, what happened next? Let's see, did I press on this one? I don't remember. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. True words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside. So you looked into the apartment. What happened then? Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well. What happened next? So you didn't... yeah. You thought to call the police? Does that mean you didn't actually call them? Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next? Oh. 1:00 p.m. Are you certain? Yes. Absolutely. He seems really confident. 1:00 p.m. Right. Doesn't that seem a little strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. We're talking about the time, right? This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. That's funny. I feel like I am missing something here. Oh wait, that's why. Okay. I see the answer here. Objection! This is the time of the death. You found the body at 1 p.m.? You're sure? Yes, it was 1:00 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death as sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 o'clock p.m. That is a nice pun. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that! This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit? Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 o'clock p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. And don't be like me the first few seconds and question everything because I don't understand what I'm doing. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video or a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 o'clock p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Thank you, Wright. I try. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on the taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right! You know what to do. No, I don't. I've got this one. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. Hold on. You said heard, not saw? Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there, covered in blood. I didn't think to look at anything else, least of all my watch. Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something, but if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all. The witness did say he actually heard the time. It's ludicrous to suggest he wouldn't hear anything. I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Are you sure it was a television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premise. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. Yeah. The witness had testified he heard the time. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? Yeah, wait. Then they were out of power, weren't they? Yeah, just a little bit suspicious. Do I have to present it right on the phrase, or can I present it anytime? I'm gonna play safe.
Objection!
Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah, the defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sowett? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sowett, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body! Very well, Mr. Sowett. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. Oh, now you're going back on your word completely. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? You just changed your story completely. Yeah, the murder weapon! The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Wow, you just flied through that whole thing, didn't you? You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock. A table clock. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there?
Hold it!
A table clock. Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first time I've heard of it. Yeah, the murder weapon! The victim used it to hit the victim. Yeah, no. No, you didn't. It was the thinker.
Objection!
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Because I remember making a blunt pun on this statue earlier. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Well, you with your objections and your evidence. Who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Solid. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Kanye. As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. That does not look like a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So, the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Is there an option to see him turn it on? But yes, I still have a problem with this. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet, the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. clearly a contradiction, and he said he never touched anything else besides the phone, too. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he... Probably. He could have known the victim. He kind of looks like the, creepy dude sugar daddy type. Low-key. But he could have also went into the apartment. He did say yes, and then he completely changed his mind into going into the apartment. Well, there's no evidence pointing to near the victim, so that's what went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with a clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit? The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard no, I saw. This just straight up threw his hair at him. Nice. Shut up, I hate you. You apparently hate him enough to throw a piece of your hair at him. Good job. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn! Give him death. Order! Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright! Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. The receding hairline was horrifying. I know, Brayden. It was very scary to see. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Oh yeah, honestly, same. After seeing that hairline, I'm gonna have nightmares on how he took off his wig and threw it at his face. That's gonna give me horrible nightmares. Oh man, that's funny. I mean, you could try sounding the clock, but what's the chances that it's broken after the impact? The neighbors may not be able to hear the clock through their walls. If it has batteries, it clearly works, if that's the case. All you have to do is examine the batteries. The batteries are in the right way. The clock seems to be working fine. What exactly did you mean, Mr. Wright? That the clock was working fine. Yes, and? Okay, I think we'll sound the clock. Mr. Wright, I expect more from a lawyer in this court, even if it is your first day. I'm taking it the third one is the correct answer, but at the same time I'm like, what's the chances that it broke after impact? Yes, Your Honor. As I was saying, let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. Yep, it was the correct one. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Pontier, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sowett heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sowett, are you sure you don't want your hair back? Try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! Ha ha ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 times slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Fake Sowett. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Slime that I step on the bottom of my shoe and dig it into the ground. Grr, I almost had him. Not so fast, Mr. Sowett. Bum 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 bum! Chief! Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yeah, the power went out. If the power went out and came back, well... yeah. probably because the power went out, yeah. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright? You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. This may not even work. I don't know if I can use the same piece of evidence twice in this game or not. But it would make sense, so if the power went out, it would affect the time on the clock.
Take that!
Well... What happens if I just present my badge as the case? That'd be funny. Here's my badge. This proves exactly that's why the clock works. 100%. Yeah, I didn't think so. On the day of the crime, that's the day before crime.
Take that!
Well, wait a second. That's true, I didn't think about that. If she did take the clock with her, it could be a different time zone. I didn't think about that one. Thank you, Brayden.
Take that!
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 o'clock a.m. the next day there. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's pretty smart. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It, or should I say, Mr. Did It? Nah. Oh, okay, he's dead. He died. Order, I say. I think he's dead. Did he die? Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. I still don't know how to pronounce that name. Your witness? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor, after foaming at the mouth and dying on our floor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. Even though you messed up like a few times during the court trial, you did great. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, even though you messed up quite a few times. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find, and bang! Directly to the head. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, Number 2. Whew! I still can't believe we won. Right! Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. Apparently, he doesn't feel great still. My life is over. Larry! You're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good, wait, no, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. You're not gonna get executed. But my Cindy is gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. Is your jacket just too big for you, or do you have your hand in the sleeve on purpose? I won't forget this, ever! Let's celebrate dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. Oh, thank you. Just give me the murder murder weapon used to murder somebody. Thank you. I will treasure it forever. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her, and one for me. Really? You made this? So you knew it was a clock all along, and you didn't bother to step in to give us a hand or anything. Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick! Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry, Larry? Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. I mean, she did keep the clock. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something you want to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah. Right. What the heck is she talking about? Probably that because she kept the, you know, the clock that he made for her. Check this out, Larry. I don't really know how lawyer stuff works, whether they're able to present that stuff or not, but it would have been really helpful to know ahead of time that it was a clock and not a statue. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she's probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. Broski. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent buds. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry. You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Episode 1 complete. A brand new episode has been added. I didn't mean to click it, but I did. But yes, I shall save. Also, give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So my thoughts on the game so far? I'm enjoying it. I like it a lot. Brrr. Beep beep. Hello, this is Mia. Hey Mia, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely. And it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. Do you want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha, so what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey! I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner, something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting. Maya. That was a loud beep. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 7th. Exactly the correct words on my screen. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay and Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Fay. I'll take what's mine. The papers? I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Ho! Ho, you are not conspicuous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Ho! My dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry, but I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Salmon. Oh. Plants. I can't examine the plant, but I want to examine the plant. Plant. Fine, I'll look at the door. Okay. Office room. That smell! Blood! There's a chair and a plant toppled over. Sis! Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? You have the same necklace. The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Chief. Statue. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon. Again. Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker laying next to her must have been the murder weapon. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. A broken glass remains of a glass light stand, broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper! Must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word is written in blood on the scrap of paper. Mia? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police and find out what that girl is doing here. Plants. But plants. Knocked over plants. Fine, no plants. The chief's chair. A simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. Window. There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. A nice, luxurious place. I think I got everything. Wait, no. It's painful to look, but I have to. For Mia's sake. Okay, alright, yeah. Slide do? Oh, that's what slide does. The Fay & Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. This looks like she has a phone call. Right! I better call the police. Huh? That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police? Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window. She's staring right at me. This does not look good. She's holding a phone in her hand. Well, I guess I am a murderer now. I am now a framed murderer. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she has filed her case records and recent rulings. Computer. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. About all she used this PC for was email. She picked up the ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Is there any more here to look at? No? Whoops. Can I look at the girl outside the window? No? Okay. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Oh no, there she is. Yippies! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya Fay. Maya Fay? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. No? I was hoping I could, like, examine her. Or something. Talk. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in, the room was dark, and sis... So she was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting this late at night? Yes, she said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the thinker. Present. Oh, wrong button. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Wee woo, the police are here. The police? Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe. See? Gumshoe. What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been the woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Mia, wait. She wouldn't have. Nah. Whoa! Excuse me. Eek. Excuse me, princess. This word, Mia here, mean anything to you? That's my what? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. I don't think that's the killer. Case closed. You're coming down to the prison, ma'am. What? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6, 9:07 a.m., detention center, visitor's room. Wow, they have poor Mia locked up like a criminal. Oh!
It's you, the lawyer. Good morning.
Good morning. She looks so tired.
Are you going to be my attorney?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Sorry, not a chance. Goodbye. I'm out of here. I'm out of this joint. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you.
Up to me?
Yes, I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here.
They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office. You looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that?
Wait, that was the wrong voice. Whoops. No, I never thought.
It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you.
Heard? Heard what about me?
I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day.
Today was my junior partner's first time in court.
Wow, really? How'd that go?
It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while.
Haha, so he crashed and burned.
He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience.
Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now.
I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty.
That's what she said.
Wow, that's a burn.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you.
No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But, at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia...
I know.
Oh, I can examine? What can I examine? Oh. Yes, the camera. Smile for the camera. This guy. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. There's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Yes?
What's with that outfit?
Oh, this is what all...
Octolist? Oclites? I apologize to anybody about that word. I apologize to everybody about that one. It's my uniform, you could say. Like people in religious training? What is it you do?
Oh, it's nothing. Strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training.
Pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Okay, could you tell me about the day of the murder?
Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
Evidence?
Yes, that clock shaped like the thinker.
The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case?
Right. She said something about that. I remember! Do you want to hear it? In her own voice?
Her own voice?
Yes! I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone.
You recorded it?
Yeah! I forgot how to delete those things.
So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it.
Right! Oh! I just remembered. That detective took my cell phone. Sorry.
Oh, right, of course. Next time I see the detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it.
I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay?
Sure, thanks. Mia's memo added to the court record. Conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Oh, there's still more on this. Sorry, I know it must be hard.
No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now, because it's killed 2 people. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister.
Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. So you're medium in training.
That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world.
Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? I mean, they are wearing the same type of necklace.
Of course! She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too.
I had no idea. Wait, what?
What?
So, you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that.
Yes, in training.
Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? We could just ask her who killed her.
I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level.
I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter?
I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me?
Saving on that note. I mean, sure, I guess. Well, actually, that was the wrong answer. Never mind. This game is named after Phoenix here. So, I'm sorry. I really think this is the kind of thing you should really do yourself.
You're right.
Something wrong?
Actually, I asked the police to contact him, and they tried calling a few times. Nobody could get a hold of him.
They couldn't find him?
I have no one left to ask.
Say, what about your parents? Okay, don't worry. I'll go ask them for you.
You will? Thank you so much. I'm just worried what will happen if I can't find him. They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me.
When will that happen?
They're giving me until 4 o'clock this afternoon.
And visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Do I have anything new? How do you like my badge? It's a beautiful badge, right? Let's go here. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. I can examine plant! An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. A table for clients. An elegant, bony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone's here's got money to burn. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read. A solid desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Are you sure this guy even cares about actually defending people? September 6th, Bay & Co. Law Offices. The office is still filled with police officers. They're all buzzily searching for clues. Hey, you there! Oh, it's this guy again. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Buds guy, aren't you? That's the wrong person. No, I'm Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Buds guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent? Right, and you were... Detective Sooty Shoes. Sooty Shoes. Gumtree. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gunshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey! Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Whew, he thinks I'm his lawyer. The sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel, right across the way. Plant! Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Cordyline stricta, pal. Who was that? An old movie poster. Apparently this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of these. About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment, eh? Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. Time of death, 9/5 at 9 o'clock p.m. Cause, single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. What? Why do you say that? The city's put prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? I do not. Never heard of him. Whoa, and you call yourself a lawyer, pal? About 4 years ago, this Edgeworth guy became a prosecutor at the age of 20. Everyone says he's a genius. Surprised you don't know him. Of course I know him. I was just playing dumb. He's a cold, heartless machine who will do anything to get a guilty verdict. There are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Do you like my badge? It's a very cool badge. See? Look at my badge. What's this? Sorry, pal, but I got no info for the likes of you. Guess I can go back to the detention center.
Hey! What is it? Did you meet the lawyer?
Sorry, I haven't seen him yet.
I see.
I better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. Alright. Maybe he is back now. No. He is apparently not here. You want to see this. No? Okay. Ah, your family. What about your family?
I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is.
Don't know? So she could still be alive?
The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life.
Ruined?
After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain.
So, you live by yourself?
Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers.
I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother?
About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone's talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate.
Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they?
The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim.
Wow, so what happened?
The case was solved, we thought.
You thought?
The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation.
I see.
White.
Excuse me? White?
That was his name. My sister told me.
White. I'm missing something. Thanks for this. Don't mention it, pal. When it comes to dealing with lawyers, fight fair and square is our motto. I don't know how I feel seeing everything written up like this. It makes Mia's death seem so routine. I was wondering, did you see Mia Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Trickery, lawyer! Uh-oh, he's on to me. I mean, you might as well tell him straight. I mean, you don't know that. Something the matter? Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, no, nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds all that little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive. You're quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here. You can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious car records in there, after all. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness? Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your laurely ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already then. Aha! You tried to laurely tricks on me now? She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So, she's still in the hotel across the way? I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Okay, yeah, I remember this conversation. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303.
Well, hello there, handsome.
Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? Detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Teehee.
Memo to self. Thank a detective gumshoe for making my job harder.
Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. What is this thing? There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching. Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around the other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Screwdriver. Interesting. Plants. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers are tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. This is probably like the screwdriver and screws from their phone, from Mia's phone, I'm assuming. Possibly. Ah, I still see the painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay & Co. law office buildings, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. Bed. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Oh, observed incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary.
Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? The very bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it, pretty please.
Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you?
Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No, hey, I'm just doing my job here.
Teehee. You know you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do?
Well, no, teehee. Oh, you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Oh, what amazing powers of observation! You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television.
Oh, no, not me. I'm just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers.
Oh boy. This chick is something else. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. Ahem! If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I have ever heard. Aha! So you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. With his fancy, twitchy mustache. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually it's about Maya Fey. Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? He's probably working for the enemy team. How much you want to bet he's working for the other team? How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Grumble. Think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I have nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That's quite a painting. Aha! You noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Off I go then, I guess. To tell poor Maya that you're not gonna do it for her. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Center. Hiya!
Oh, you're back! Did you find the lawyer?
Well, what do I tell her?
Well,
See, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. Wow, just straight up lied to her about everything.
what really happened? You don't mean he refused to help?
Erp.
I see. I've been abandoned then. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess.
4 o'clock p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Defend her. I made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Gasp!
Why?
Why? Well, I don't know. You aren't the culprit. Someone else is.
How do you know?
I have a hunch. Given the evidence, it would be easy to assume that Mia was the killer. Maya. Correct name is Maya. But there's something about this whole thing that smells fishy. That witness's strange behavior, was that all an act? And the way that lawyer refused to help out Maya? But more than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I know. I've been there. A long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
That's so kind of you.
Well, let's bite this one and get you out of here.
Right, thank you.
She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right?
Yes, and I trust you. So you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. So what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Probably the screwdriver and the screws that was used to disconnect the phone. Can I go back? Oh, hi, you are a bellboy. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are? Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment. At your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? Ah, I believe our guest, Miss May is currently using the, faculties. If you've need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey. Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Ah! I almost forgot. Yeah, you came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White.
That was his name. My sister told me.
White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Probably not. There's a screwdriver sticking out the half-open door. Now's my chance to see what's inside. Gasp! What do we have here? Ah, wiretape? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretape added to the court record. Found in Miss May's hotel room. There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh wow, good job. Good job, Phonix.
Oh, bellboy! Still there?
Uh-oh, time to scram! Got a blast! I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court! All the saves. All the save points. September 7th, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fay. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the Princess, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. That court accepts statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record, the murder scene, the Fay and Kohler office. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had heard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. Is it the guy's hair from the first testimony that's still probably hiding somewhere in the back? What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Heh, I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene.
Hold it!
Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel right across from the crime scene. Okay. I pressed, not sure it did much though. Ryan, please continue. There were 2 people there already.
Hold it!
Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us, who the 2 people you found on the scene were? Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Hold it!
Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back once again. got something to drink. Doing all this talking and trying to do some voice acting is making my throat dry. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie cloths and your spiky hair. What about my spiky hair? You two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. Don't worry, I am staying hydrated. I got myself a sparkling ice black raspberry drink. Delicious. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care.
Hold it!
As I say as I continue to press on everything else. Why is that? What's your reason? Why, we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. I can't see a single contradiction in there. I'll just have to take Maya's advice and press him on anything suspicious. Which means I'm gonna keep pressing every single sentence he says. Who did you say you got a call from? Oh wait, that was the end of it. Hold on, just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence. She did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Everybody calling this guy out. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence. What? Miss May isn't suspicious. And sure she isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, detective? I guess pressing could have its advantages. Yes! Yeah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. I keep changing voices. Very well, detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own 2 eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. This whole scene reminds me of that one scene in Danganronpa. That one trial. Do you remember what I'm talking about, Brayden? About that one scene that I'm referring to? About the name written on, like, paper. Before we begin... Yeah, the first one, the first trial. That's what this is reminding me of right now. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? Yeah, it was the one with Sakura. That's the correct one. I know I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I have a feeling about this one. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Ho ho! Then who did write it, smarty pants? What? Who? I did it! I wrote the name on that piece of paper. It was me. Probably the killer did. Oh! You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed.
Objection!
Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on the memo you found. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal! Uh-oh. You sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. What kind of test were these again? Huh? What kind, well, I hear they take the, little bits in the blood that, hemoglobins, hemoglobin, bobbin. Hemoglobin. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Oh. That was a mess. Right! Where was I? On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand! She was right-handed. Ha ha ha! Nice try! Uh-oh. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure! It happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal.
Objection!
Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay. There has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Things do I have again in here? Well, it could have been the witness, Miss May.
Objection!
Hold on. Try pulling the other leg, Mr. Wright. It could have been me. What? So it was you! No. I'm just saying it could have been me. Can you prove it wasn't?
Objection!
Hold on. So you admit to this. You admit that you wrote the note. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. This is a court of law, and I expect you to refrain from making thoughtless statements. Amateur. That was funny. I just really wanted to see the response to that one.
Guess it's worth a try at this point.
Objection!
It was worth a shot. Oh, the answer is staring me right in the face somewhere and I don't know what it is.
Let's think about the items I have real quick. Have the time of death. Have the message. Have the statue. This thing and that.
I feel like the answer has to do with something that has to do with this. It's gotta be something that deals with this right here.
Detective Gunshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note? That she was accusing the defendant, Mia Fey? That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. Glad you caught that, Brayden. I probably would have spent like another hour trying to figure that out. Because I didn't catch that. No, but Ing. You're way out of this one, detective. Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? Let's see. After the murder. The prosecution's point being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there was a possibility that the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look so shocked. Something you want to say? I am the sham here in this neighborhood. The detective's a sham, though. I'm gonna save. I do think the detective's a sham. If anything's a sham here. How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe? Oh! I'm disappointed in you. Handing him the wrong report like that? I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? Sigh. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? This isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? That's what I'm asking too. She looks like somebody who watches a lot of anime. Witness, your name, please. April May. At your services, wink. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the hearts of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? I was like in my hotel room. Teehee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices? Mm-hmm. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the Mosery girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I am doing it. Why would I not? I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. It was like 9 o'clock. Let's see.
Hold it!
Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee! What, that's it? You can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know, had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out the window at that time of night. Oh. She has a twitchy eye. That is not a good sign.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? And then I saw a woman being attacked from afar.
Hold it!
The woman with long hair. That was Mia Fey. Slender, sort of, well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her?
Hold it!
How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is a bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. I still question the testimony. Hold on a minute! That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... I think she's lying about something somewhere. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this. I mean...
Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before you noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But, still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say? You mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
Your testimony, again, if you would. I almost had her.
The woman dodged the first attack and ran to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, the kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Tee-hee.
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
Hold it!
So you saw me then, too?
Of course! I'd remember that spiky hair anywhere.
Spiky? The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney.
Oh, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry.
Very well, continue. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack.
Hold it!
That would explain the broken glass. Is that right? As in, you're right, as you looked from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again?
Right! It was my right hand. Right.
Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. I see.
Hold it!
How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun.
What happened then?
Hold it!
Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it?
Hold it!
Ah, clock. Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now.
Hold it!
Okay, so we're... I wanted to look at something real
Hold it!
Let's see. She was... I'm trying to think. But I mean, the thinker is a clock. Well, I don't know what this... They might have released the results of the last court meeting that they had. Unless she somehow looked in the paper of the evidence. If they did release the information for that. I did think it was a little weird she was calling it a clock, though, where everybody else is calling it a statue. So maybe they haven't released the evidence. Revealing. Oh, you like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called as a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Oh,
Objection!
the witness saw the murder with their own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
Objection!
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. As you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Ooh, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.? No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. Hee hee. The law office of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Wait, so, what was it? Hold on. Wait. The clock isn't talking right now, so that means she couldn't have heard it. Oh, I couldn't have rung. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty, right? That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty? Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, When was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. Actually, there is, because I have a phone call message. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof that you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is...
Take that!
Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Well, wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. He looks angry. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was, well, before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. It's handmade. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes, I do, because that was made by a friend. The witness claimed she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
Take that!
It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible, everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Oh, ho, Murph. Okay, why is... Okay. Oh, she quickly switched moods. Even like the little heart on her shirt turned upside down. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Ho! Silly me! Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Teehee. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... Let's see. This is a familiar territory. I'll just use the same approach as with Larry. Miss May held that very clock in her hands. Mr. Wright, when was this? When she used it to strike the victim. When else? Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? April May, you killed Mia Fey. I don't... And when you struck, the force of the impact made the thinker ring. That's when you heard it.
Objection!
Tisk tisk. You truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Well, what's that supposed to mean? Yeah, he kind of contradicted himself. He 100% did. I'm gonna be fair, I didn't know what a wiretape was. But I knew she had it. Yes, way, Mr. Lawyer. Teehee, didn't the murder take place at 9 o'clock at night? Gee, that's the exact time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy. Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness story. Here you go, she was not at the crime scene. Rock solid. Oh, that's what that's called. I didn't realize those things were called wiretapes. Your Honor, I figured it out. There is one other way Miss April May could have known it was a clock. One way alone, and I have proof. Well, proof, you say? Then the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock? Have a look at this. Ah, oh, that? I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were taping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was not in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was taping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. You used a wiretape to listen in to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Aye.
Objection!
Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tape her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right... Okay. You lawyer. It's not fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? Oh, now she's crying. That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now I'll deal the final blow. I'm curious to know why the wiretape. Miss May, why did you tape her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't Tripity taping her irrelevant? Yeah, she's saying exactly what Edward wants her to say. Miss May, you were taping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
Objection!
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretaping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you recognize that Miss April May was not the killer. Thus, she was innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Accept the condition. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea salt looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I don't know why he's still holding the tea set. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. I am the hell bellboy.
Hold it!
What exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests, I clean rooms, I make beds, I even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally. Are you always so prime? Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions.
Hold it!
Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them and The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? Oh, what's wrong?
Hold it!
9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, the time of the murder.
Hold it!
Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 o'clock p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy! Tee-hee! I like that iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock sharp. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 o'clock, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? That is a little suspicious. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an enduring mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, I brought the room service, sir. She, the guests, favored me with them. An embracer, sir. Embracer? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Well, why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prime demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted her, the bellboy, to remember her. I don't know, there might be something there. I think there's something there. Tisk, tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest. Stand your guard. But wait, please wait. Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Objection!
Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Let's see. Bed making, room service to check in. It's really suspicious about the certain time with the check-in. Also, Brayden, I really appreciate the help, but, can I, try to figure out the answers on my own, please? Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in, Miss May. Alright. Very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl. She was a disappointment. Oh wait, she was. So it was a disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me, what exactly was a disappointment? Well, I am not without charm, sir, but even I'd have a little chance with her lover there. What did he say? What did you say? Rather quite, Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person?
Objection!
I object, that was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good Burster there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. That's a noof. You fool! I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may be been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple, it was. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as he's been previously revealed, Miss April May was taping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. And I understand? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. This is all today for the trial of BFA. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. And I think I am going to end the stream here for now. So, I thank you for joining Brayden, and good night or good morning to anybody else who happens to stumble upon this video. I hope you'll have a good day or good night. I see y'all next time on another stream.